quintessential slasher movie that's unfettered by franchise trappings or studio meddling is The Prowler. It's Joe Zito, it's Tom Savini doing his effects. They're filming it in Cape May. I hold up The Prowler as the best presentation of Savini's effects. Joe Zito and Tom Savini worked together in such a way that Zito listened to Savini's input on how these effects should be filmed, and they're really uncomfortable. Like, they're really, really effective, they're really gross, they're really gnarly, and they're just well presented.
I do like The Prowler for its effects mostly. I do feel like as a slasher, its story's kind of weak. I watched it recently again and I was like, hey, why weren't those people killed? Like, where did they go? But just the scene in the shower when they find the body, and it's like, oh my God, like just the way Tom Savini's able to capture that stuff practically and practical effects and everything. I do like that movie for that reason alone, probably.
I don't think The Prowler is much good as a film, but his effects in that are so realistic that they're just kind of frightening in that respect. One interesting thing is that I'd mentioned that the MPAA kind of clamped down and forced cuts for R ratings in the films. Well, I lived outside of New York City, and sometimes not all of the prints would be cut. Sometimes the R-rated prints would go to New York City, where the MPAA might have someone who might go check on them. But when you went out to the hinterlands, they would be uncut, because I guess they figured nobody from the MPAA was going to check. So I saw The Prowler uncut in a theater out in suburbia, and I remember talking to some people at a convention, and they had seen it in Manhattan, and they're like, really? It was completely cut when I saw it, and no, the version I saw was intact. So that was one of the advantages, I think, of being a horror fan in suburbia at the time.